Hi. In this module, we're going to talk about LEED and the USGBC. We'll start out with an introduction to the various players, the LEED, USGBC, and GBCI, and touch upon the idea of third-party verification and why we need to do this. You'll also learn about LEED credentials and a more in-depth look at the LEED Green Building Certification Program. So starting with the basics, what exactly is LEED? What is this acronym? What does it mean? And what is this whole program about anyway? It stands for Leadership in Energy and Environmental Design. And in essence, LEED is a rating system. In fact, it's a set of rating systems that are for the design, construction, operation, and maintenance of green buildings, homes, and neighborhoods. And the bottom line, LEED is a tool to measure performance of sustainable design. There are various versions of LEED. It kind of evolves over time, and the current version right here in 2021 is LEED version 4.1. So who are these other players in the game? The USGBC and the GBCI. They're two separate entities. The USGBC on the left of your screen here is the organization that creates the standards. They set the standards for both the LEED credentials and the LEED Green Building Certification Program. I can't even say it, but GBCI, excuse me, on the other hand, is a separate entity. So they're trying to keep these two pieces organizationally and functionally separate. And this group administers the process of getting your credential or the process of certifying your building project. If you take a look at your textbook, let's see this one right here, Guide to the LEED Green Associate V4 exam on page 31 and 32. They have this nice little chart so you can see that the USGBC creates the rating systems and the GBCI is the one that certifies the projects. So now that you know who these players are, let's talk about why we need them. Why do we need a rating system at all for sustainable design? There's a couple of important reasons. The first one is for availability of information and accuracy of information. LEED helps you evaluate the different choices and make those decisions in your design process. The next one is for credibility. LEED helps a designer determine who and what to believe. And finally, rating systems in general and LEED in specific are designed to help you as a designer gauge how well your building is doing. LEED has, in fact, and especially in our country, become the de facto standard for building evaluation. There are other programs out there. We'll touch upon them at the end of your semester, but LEED is by far at the top of the list. Let's move on to touch upon the LEED credentials. So LEED professional credentials, and this is coming from their website, all right, they're developed to encourage green building professionals to maintain and advance their knowledge and expertise, all right? And the credential denotes proficiency in sustainable design. And the reason that you, as a designer, want it is to showcase your knowledge, experience, and credibility. Can't even say these things, sorry. Knowledge, experience, and credibility in the green building marketplace. Right? And so these credentials are something that you would go out and take an exam and achieve. And they are appropriate for people in many different fields. You can see some of the different designers and people in the construction industry and people in the building industry in general who might be interested in gaining a LEED credential. There's a couple of different credentials available, and they call them in tiers. So the lowest tier, the first credential that you would get, is called the LEED Green Associate. And this is the one that I highly suggest all of you in this course, at the end of our semester, do a couple of weeks of intense test prep, take this exam, and you can have this credential. All right. So it is the beginning level, and it's ideal for those that are newer to sustainability and to LEED. The next level is called a LEED AP, all right, with a specialty. So you would, as a designer with your Green Associates already, study and take one of these LEED AP exams in in a specific LEED rating system. For example, LEED AP, BD, and C. All right. It used to be absolutely required, part of the requirements, that you have documented experience on a LEED registered project, excuse me. It's no longer a requirement, but it's still highly recommended, and one of the best ways to really learn is to apply your knowledge through a project. The final tier, the highest tier, is a LEED Fellow, and this is reserved for LEED APs who have significant technical knowledge and skills and a history of leadership and commitment to sustainability. Finally, there are also various certificates and badges that are much smaller in scope available. And these would demonstrate an in-depth understanding of individual green building topics and specific applications. All right, everyone, you just learned what is LEED, why is it important, why do we like it, why do we use it, and you learned about the LEED professional credentials. Thanks.